Alright, well, we are back for another stream. It's been a lucky week and a half for the channel, as in I've had some free time, at least enough to stream, and also it's just been a great week and a half, or a little over a week, for flight simming, as we've had two new amazing aircraft added to Microsoft Flight in the last 8 days. Actually, no, 7 days. It has actually just been a week. 1 week ago today, the PMDG Trip 7 released, which I've done some videos on it, and now we have the TDIF MD-11. And just like with the live stream on the Trip 7, I only had done like one flight with it, and here we are with this one again. I've only done pretty much one flight with it, just to try to see if I could figure it out and get used to it, as I've never flown anything remotely close to this type of aircraft. I mean, it only does add one extra engine in, which is not really no different in that aspect, but it's a little older style aircraft that I'm used to flying. I'm used to the nice full glass screen cockpits and all that. But anyway, so I think I've pretty much got it figured out. There's no manual that I had noticed or could find. It didn't look super long, but I couldn't find it in the community folder with the aircraft, and I couldn't find one online. There might be one somewhere. If someone finds it, please share to where you found it, as I have just tried to figure out the aircraft myself. And it turns out it's actually simpler than I expected it to be. So let's hop right in. So I've already created a flight plan on SimBrief, and I will import it and show you how you do that, and we're also going to get it started. So let's see, first things first, let's get a good view of the overhead panel here. Let's come up here and turn the battery on. You'll notice all these buttons light up, which is fine. We do have external power available. I'm go ahead and turn it on. And I've noticed this plane's a lot more automated than your other aircraft in aspects of I haven't had to turn on the generators, I hadn't had to turn on fuel pumps. I mean, a lot of it seems more automatic than your other aircraft. I'm guessing that's how it was in real life. I don't know. Like I said, I've never flown one of these before on any simulator. So right here's your APU power. We're simply going to just click it, and you can already see up here on your APU screen, it's already showing that it's starting. Because like for instance, with the 737, you have to turn on your left wing fuel pumps to get the APU running. And with this one, it doesn't seem you have to do really much of anything to get anything going on it. So here in a moment, it will show that it is on. It just takes a moment for it to start. While we're doing that, we can go ahead and click our nav on. And there we go, APU is on and running. As you can see, it is a steady light now. And while we're up here, we're going to go ahead and arm our emergency power. Right, then what we're going to do now is slide down here towards the bottom, and we're going to go ahead and turn on our nav light, and not our beacon light, or not our beacon yet. We'll go ahead and turn our seatbelt signs to auto, no smoking, to on. Emergency lights armed. Go ahead and extend our landing lights. We're not going to turn them on yet, and we're not going to turn the taxi lights on yet at this time either. So before we start the engines, we're going to go ahead and do our flight plan. So to load the flight plan in, which I don't know if it's just me, but it seems kind of glitchy to a point. You would of course go in your options and put your name in and all that, and you would just do what I just did there and hit import, and then send it to the FMC, which the last time I've done it, it didn't work very well. So let's go in here and initialize our RS. So just simply click it, and that's pretty much it. Position reference should be good. It is. So let's go back to our flight plan here, and okay, it actually worked a little better this time. The first time I did it, it didn't really load hardly anything in. I don't know why, but so we're going to get our departure set up. So from the flight plan screen, you'll simply click on the airport and then hit SID for standard instrument departure. Now, this is a little different than most of your aircraft, I guess because this one's a little older. It's the FMC's programmed to work a little different. I don't know. But anyway, it wasn't too hard to figure out. So we're going to be taking off on 18 right, and we're going to be using the D-Denny 3 departure, I believe it was. And we're going to click insert. Then what we're going to do is go to our arrival airport. Oops, wrong way. Which is going to be Myrtle Beach. We're going to go up here to the top right and go to our star page, which stands for standard, or no, not standard, standard terminal area. I can't remember exactly, but it's for the arrival. And I believe we're going to be landing on 18, and there's no actual star really, so it's just going to be an approach is all that's there. So there we've got that done. So let's see, let's go to our performance. Let's go over here and calculate our performance. So another neat thing this one does that I have not seen the PMD does is you can actually hit just set. I'm going to take that back, it didn't work. Let's go to payload, let's hit set payload there. Now let's go back there and then hit set payload and fuel. And it should automatically add in the amount of fuel you need for your flight, given the certain conditions. Which is pretty neat. I don't think any other aircraft's EFB does it that simple. We'll see how accurate it is. It was pretty accurate with my last flight, so yeah. Let's go over to the performance chart here, and we're taking off on 18 right. Gather weather information and take off weight. Go ahead and hit get now. Our PAX is going to be off and calculate. So here's some numbers we'll need momentarily. So back on our FMC here, let's go to our limits page. Our flex is 59 Celsius, so let's enter that in. Performance mode, we'll leave that there. Let's go to this page. Cruise level is, dun, 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 I don't know, 30, goodness gracious, really? 37,000 feet, we're not going that far. I'm gonna override that because that's way too high just for this short trip of a flight. We're gonna do, let's see, we're going to the northeast, so that's gotta be a odd number, so let's go to 33,000 for just a 500-mile flight, and that's usually all you have time to get up to. Alright, so we got that in our cost index. We'll do 100. And our takeoff go around weight is going to be found over here. Estimated takeoff weight 4031. 403.1. Our center of gravity, and enter that in. All you got to do is just click those. That automatically goes in. And let's go to our next page. We're good there. takeoff approach. Our flaps are going to be at 10 degrees, and our V speed, oh yeah, should be 130, yeah, 134 is what it was, so 134 for V1 and VR, which is kind of odd, I think. I've never really seen it the same number, and V2 is 152. And that's good enough for now. That looks pretty good. We'll set up our ILS when we get closer and we know for a fact we're going to be going to 18 right. 18. Oh, that looks pretty good there. Let's go ahead and set our auto brakes up for takeoff, or in case we have a redirected takeoff, which we shouldn't. Let's clear out the caution light. Let's set our barometric pressure. And we're not going to turn it on yet, but we're going to go ahead and turn on our TCAS, or set it to transmit receive. But again, we're not actually turning it on yet. And for the most part, other than getting the engine started, we are ready. So let's get clearance, because like the title says, I'm using say intentions, or at least going to attempt to. So let's go over to our radio and let's get it tuned to clearance delivery. 134, 134.7. And let's see if we can't get some clearance delivery. Orlando clearance, FedEx 88, requesting open flight plan to Myrtle Beach. And
FedEx 88 Orlando clearance cleared to Myrtle Beach via the FA 3 departure. Then as filed, climb and maintain 8,000. Expect flight level 37010 minutes after departure. Departure on 135.3. Squawk 5655.
cleared to Myrtle Beach via the FA 3 departure, then as filed, climb and maintain 8,000. Expect flight level 37010 minutes after departure. Departure on 135.3, squawk 5655. FedEx 88. Alright. 5655. Got that set.
FedEx 88, read back, correct?
And it is really going to make us go to that flight level, which is crazy. But anyway, there we go. It's actually already, no it didn't. 370. And we're using a different departure than I thought. It is still 18 right. We're using the FA 3. There it is. Alright, there we go. Can I get rid of that discontinuity? Nah, it's okay. We'll probably end up going, getting some direct feeds anyway. So, okay, we got that. We got clearance. Let's switch on over to ground and get permission for engine start. 1218. And I'm going to go ahead and get departure put in on this one. That way I can have it. It is 135.3.
MSFS request push and start.
MLA-31 push and start approved.
Orlando ground, FedEx 88, request engine start. Don't need pushback since I'm on the freighter side here.
FedEx 88 Orlando ground, engine start approved. Advise ready to taxi.
Engine start approved. Will advise when ready to taxi. FedEx 88. Alright, engine start has been approved. Sweet. Alright, so to get engine started, we're going to go ahead and just turn engine number 1's fuel on. I'm going to come up here and turn engine ignition A on. And our engine start buttons are here. Let's just pull that knob out, and you will notice our engine is starting. Come out here and we'll listen to its crank up. Alright, it is getting there. Alright, time for engine 2. Same process. And just as I was saying in the beginning,
Ground Skylum 68 Victor at Victor 2 is requesting taxi to gate.
generators will turn on automatically along with everything else, so you don't have to worry about that.
United 452 Heavy, contact tower on 124.575.
Alright, and engine 3. And as always, most of these people you're hearing talk is real. Other people in the vicinity and tuned to the same frequency I am that's flying on same intentions.
Tri-Cities ground.
And clear that caution light out. There we go, we're good there.
United 921, Tri-Ground, Tri-Cities ground, go ahead.
Engine 3 is getting there.
Tri-Cities ground. Piper 9210 looking for IFR clearance to Bowman.
And generators are on for it, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off external power. I definitely don't need it no more, and turn off the APU.
American 452 ready for departure.
And I'm going to go ahead and turn the taxi lights on. And beacon light on. As we are now ready for taxi.
Contact tower on 124.575 when ready for departure.
We're pretty much done with the EFB now. Whoa, why am I moving? It said my parking brake was on up here, but it wasn't on. To get rid of that, you just click down there.
Oral, then is filed, climb maintain 4,000, and we will expect a final of 4,000.
Alright, let's get
departure and departure on
permission to taxi.
1245, Piper 210.
I guess they're done. Orlando ground FedEx 88 ready to taxi to runway 18 left. Correction, 18 right. Or was it 18 left? I can't remember now. We'll see what they tell us.
FedEx 88, taxi to runway 18 left via Alpha
It is
Bravo
left.
1. Cross runway 18 right at your discretion.
Runway 18 left via Alpha Bravo 1, cross runway 18 right via my discretion for FedEx 88. Is that what I got in here? No, I do not. It is... Where's 18 left? Oh, right there in front of me. no real big change, but just making sure it's right. Alright, so we are ready to taxi. Everything is on that wise, or light wise, and no other aircraft to look out for. Go ahead and set flaps out to 10 degrees. And it said cross at Bravo 1. Which is the next one.
The rating is clear to cross runway 18 Charlie.
It also said via my discretion, and it's clear, no airplanes coming in, so I'm going to go ahead and cross.
On in the ground, JetBlue 300.
JetBlue 300 Orlando ground pushback approved. Expect runway 10 left for departure. Advise when ready to taxi.
Orlando ground. King Air 10 Bravo. Ready to taxi.
Alright, let's stop here. And let's get our landing lights on. And let's get tower tuned. Tower is 118.45.
17 Golf 11 miles from EF28Y. Maintain heading 2.
And let's get permission for takeoff. Orlando Tower, FedEx 88, holding short runway 18 left, ready for departure.
FedEx 88, Orlando Tower, winds calm, runway 18 left, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, we are cleared for takeoff. Double checking everything. Autopilot is set where I want it. Flaps are out. Got auto brakes set for takeoff. Altimeter set. We're lined up and full throttle. Alright, there we are. We are airborne. And gear up. Flaps retract. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. I'm used to the other departure. And let's go ahead and turn on auto flight on. Via just hitting that button, and let's click nav. And from here, we can either just use our performance profile, which has been set up in there, and by clicking that, or you can click the FMS speed for using the program speed
Orlando
there.
Tower. Contact departure.
Contact departure, FedEx 88. I am simply going to control it myself because I feel like flight level 370 is going to be way too high. And I feel like it might stall me out. I don't know what the max ceiling is of the MD-80 or MD-11. Orlando departure, FedEx 88, 3,800 feet for 8,000.
FedEx 88, Orlando approach, radar contact, cleared direct Buffy.
Cleared direct Buffy, FedEx 88.
Approach, climb and maintain flight level 210. FedEx 88, cleared direct Buffy.
Cleared direct Buffy, climb and maintain flight level 210, FedEx 88. Click our direct button, click on Buffy, and our top left button to indicate yes, that is what we want to do.
Hyper 21, Tri-City approach, climb and maintain 4,000.
Clear direct to Horrell and climb maintain 4,000. Hyper 921.
Slow up just a little bit, just to give me some more, a little tighter turn here. Turbulence right here.
40 descend and maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 28 right approach.
Ready to discontinue here, I don't like that. He's still not letting me. There we go.
Expect the runway 8 approach into Luca.
And we're passing 10,000, so we can go a little faster.
FedEx 88, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Did you know that managing aircraft weight and balance effectively?
Climb and maintain flight level 270, FedEx 88.
proper distribution of cargo can reduce drag and improve climb rates. Always double check your load sheets and ensure the center of gravity is within limits.
Contact with easy radar on 120.58.
My auto thrust has been turned off, which it has. Right there. So let's see if I can figure out how to get it turned back on. Or I'll just use this. Not a bad day here in Florida. Which is where I'll be this time next month. Got 2 rocket launches planned while I'll be down there, so hopefully they will stick and I'll get some cool video of them. One's going to be the ULA Atlas 5. Which is going to be the 551 configuration, launching a satellite for the United States Space Force.
Climb and maintain flight level 330.
Climb and maintain flight level 330, FedEx 88. And the other one's a SpaceX launch for a cargo resupply. My speed is still not working, auto thrust. Let's see if I can mess around here, get it working again, as I don't know exactly what I'm doing when it comes to that. I wish I had a manual for this. I really hope I can find one soon. Or do I need to flip that down? I figured just setting it for that would work. But it doesn't. So that's what I'm gonna have to figure out, is how to get auto throttle back on, or auto thrust in this airplane it's called. Because I know it's definitely off, I just do not know how to get it back on. But we're still climbing just fine.
FedEx 88, climb and maintain flight level 370. FedEx 88, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.0.
Alright, I'm trying to get that set first. Climb and maintain flight level 370. Jacksonville Center on 134.0. FedEx 88. Alright, 134. Jacksonville Center, FedEx 88, 2000, correction, flight level 22 for flight level 37.
Expecting island runway 14 approaching Zurich by adopting 2 calls arrival vehicle at 632 Mike, thank you.
So I'm trying to figure out where this auto throttle button is.
805-632, Mike, contact Milan radar on 129.075.
I'm looking it up.
Ground radar 129.075 in line 632 Mike.
And somebody said there's a button over here beside the throttle.
Alliance control discussion,
I don't see nothing. I do not know. It's okay, we're managing just fine for now. By the way, we are well over
Mike, truck, flight level 350.
flight level 180, so we can go ahead and turn that to standard. Barometric pressure. Yeah, I really hope I can find a manual for this sometime pretty soon.
Ground radar greeting, airline 632 Mike, level 340.
I figured they'd have one on their website, or one would come with the actual aircraft itself in the downloads folder, but it did not. Could not find one anywhere. And so far, that's the only thing I've not been able to figure out with this aircraft. Other than that, I believe everything works just fine. Like I said, the one flight I have done on it, the ILS approach, auto land, all that good stuff worked just fine. Talking about auto land, let's go ahead and program in our ILS frequency for that runway. Let's come up
Hey,
here.
everyday aviator. Did you know that managing aircraft weight and balance effectively can significantly improve fuel efficiency and overall performance? It's all about keeping that center of gravity in the sweet spot. By the way, if you need any tips on advanced autopilot usage or efficient navigation using our applications, just let me know.
Contact flight 122.1.
That is one of the AI assistants I have with Say Intentions that's talking. We actually might try him in a second, see if he can help me figure out why that's not working. That'd be kind of cool if it actually helps me. But anyway, so clicking on the airport, ILS 18 is 1095.
Center on 133.1, Emirates 119
I have no idea what that dude just said. 1095, we'll enter that in, so we have that in there now. So I'm going to actually ask my AI assistant to see if he can help me figure it out.
On 128.325.
How do I turn on the auto thrust in this aircraft?
To turn on the auto thrust in this McDonnell Douglas, first make sure your auto throttle arm switch is in the arm position. Then engage the auto throttle by pressing the auto throttle button on the MCP. Once engaged, the system will manage your thrust settings automatically based on your speed and altitude inputs.
Well, that was pretty cool. That doesn't help me find the switch though. Let's see if you can help me find that. Where's the auto throttle switch located at inside this aircraft?
The auto throttle switch is typically located on the throttle quadrant near the thrust levers. On the MD-11, it should be labeled A, T, or auto throttle. Just flip that switch to engage or disengage the auto throttle system.
Alright, let's go over here and get a better look. Wonder if that's it. That could be takeoff, go around. No.
Chicago Center, American 452 with you.
Stabilizer
Bus
function.
level 311,
Altitude.
climbing 3600.
Altitude.
Yeah, I don't
Altitude.
know where it's at. Oh well. We're actually at 37,000. I didn't think we'd reach it that fast. Got a discontinuity here. I want to get rid of. Do we have any more? You can always do them when you're actually on the ground.
Alpha control cleared for the arrival to Toluca. Descend and maintain flight level 110.
Pretty smooth flying now. I am using call sign or flight number FedEx 88. If anybody can guess why I'm using that number
Good afternoon.
or where it came from, put it in the comments at any point. First person wins a gold star. Don't Google it. Something you don't see in newer aircrafts really anymore is this little down arrow. That means for top of descent. If you have an arrow going up and leveling out, that means top of climb. Most of them nowadays have like a circle and a T dash or a T/C, stuff like that. It's letters now in these older ones. It's a little emblem, meaning up or down.
Climb maintain 6000. Viper 91.
Beautiful day,
Piper
beautiful
921,
day.
contact Tri-City approach on 125.5. Golf Papa, say again.
Approach on 125.5, Viper 91. FedEx 721 with you at Fox 37.
0.
Another FedEx buddy up here with us somewhere. I bet guarantee he's in the MD-11 as well since it just came out. It's probably going to be a pretty popular aircraft in the sky.
Oscar Romeo Echo, climb and maintain flight level 420. Radar on 124.225.
We're only 78 nautical miles out from our next waypoint, and shortly after it we'll be descending. I did get the passenger variant of this as well, so when I do my official tutorial review video,
Delta 741, contact Mazatlan Control on 126.3.
Which should be in the next few days, hopefully. I'm pretty busy after today, but I'm going to definitely try to get it in there and get it up really quick. I'll use the passenger variant.
FedEx 88, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.85.
Jacksonville Center on 134.85 for FedEx 88. Alright, 134.85. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Ain't dragging, or click and drag. That'd be nice.
Kansas City Center, Vision Jet 228 Tango Bravo, passing 10,500 for flight level 230.
Jacksonville Center, FedEx 88, with you, flight level 370.
FedEx 88, Jacksonville Center, good afternoon.
And once I actually do get the tutorial video up, by then I'll exactly know how to turn back on auto throttle, which I have lovingly somehow turned off.
Hey there, everyday aviator. Did you know that managing aircraft weight and balance is crucial for a smooth flight?
How many times is he going to tell me this?
If the center of gravity is too far forward or aft, it can affect the aircraft's stability and control. Always double check your load distribution before takeoff.
Contact switch radar on 124.
Well, he didn't exactly tell me that. It was something a little different. It's kind of cool though. Having that little AI assistant, you can just sit there and ask him pretty much anything you need at any time. Yesterday, he was helping me navigate into Hurricane Barrel.
FedEx 88, Jacksonville Center. Expect the ILS runway 18 approach into Myrtle Beach.
Expect the ILS approach runway 18 into Myrtle Beach, FedEx 88. And we are getting closer and closer. It's a pretty short flight, and that's why I chose it. Only a little over an hour long, about an hour and 6 minutes is what it guesstimated.
TBM 76 Tango, climb and maintain flight level 290. MD-11, Montreal Center, information correct. Clear to Ottawa. After departure, fly radar vectors to YVO, then as filed, departure runway 15, initial climb to 4,000, departure on 120.725, squawk 1242, release for departure, clearance void if not off by 1651 Zulu, time now 1636.
Flight Watch Center, expect the ILS runway 16 left approach into Sydney via the Meeple 3 arrival.
You do that.
2 Golf Papa, good evening.
Once we get ready to start doing our descent, we can get a couple things set up. Basically just the auto brake. ILS is already programmed in, so there really ain't much left to do other than land it. And it's even going to do that itself for the most part.
Visual Sierra Papa Victor Tango Alpha, Milan radar, climb and maintain flight level 210.
So the textures are pretty good on this as well. This actually ain't an official livery anyway. This is just one I got off Flight Sim 2. But the model looks good. There is, which I just happened to find this right before I started streaming, on their website. There is a whole section for downloads for liveries for this, so I'll probably download some of them and check them out. And we'll be at our next waypoint here in just a few minutes, just a couple minutes, maybe 3-4 minutes, something like that. As you can see right here, we're at 24 nautical miles out and getting pretty close to our descent. So I don't know when Say Intentions Traffic Control is going to
Piper
start my
921,
descent,
contact
but we'll
Indianapolis
see.
Center
It should
on
be around that point.
126.575.
Ground speed of 464 right now. We're going about 540 miles per hour. About 540 miles per hour, actually about 550. Pretty fast, pretty fast.
Victor Tango Alpha, climb and maintain flight level 250.
And now only 15 nautical miles out.
Piper 21, Indianapolis Center. Good afternoon. Wise altimeter 24.15.
Fuel, we still got plenty of fuel on board. Not really really sure why I chose Myrtle Beach this go round. I don't think I've ever done a stream where I went to Myrtle Beach, but I guess maybe that's why. It's something different. And about to hit our next waypoint here in just a moment. Go ahead and decrease the range here. We're just about to be around 160 out.
Visual Victor Tango Alpha. Climb and maintain flight level 280.
And doing our gentle turn towards our next waypoint. We're only about 70 nautical miles out from descent now, so it won't be long and we'll be descending.
Hey, everyday aviator. Did you know that the MD-11 you're flying has a unique flight control system? It's a hybrid between the traditional and fly-by-wire system. Gives you the best of both worlds. Also, remember to keep an eye on your fuel. You've got about 4 139er gallons left.
Easy 144 Scottish Control, runway 4 knot.
That was interesting.
Expect vectors for ILS.
I did not know this aircraft used a combo like that. And I don't really know what he meant by the fuel level, because I've definitely got more than 4 point whatever he said. I'm at a little over 27,000 pounds, which is enough to get me to our airport for sure. Next waypoint in about 1 minute.
Around 130.9 and Emirates 118 heavy.
Emirates 118 heavy, Brisbane Centre, good afternoon.
Turn left to the 290 vector towards approach. 163 to Mike.
Last time I was streaming with a new airplane and using Santentions, it did not go very well, so hopefully this one will. Santentions unfortunately kind of gave me horrible vectors to my approach, and it was yeah, I kind of had to take over, but at the same time I was not mad because Santentions is very new still, and the ILS or IFR flights is definitely still a work in progress beta.
Contact Jacksonville Center on 132.425.
Hey, that's me. Jacksonville Center on 132.425 for FedEx 88. Scroll.
And maintain 5,000. Approach right heading 015.
Jacksonville Center, FedEx 88 with you, flight level 370.
FedEx 88, Jacksonville Center. Good afternoon.
And we're, let's see, about 30 miles out from descent. At least when I should start my descent, or around the time. We'll see if air traffic control sand engines works. Wind isn't too bad today either.
Mike, contact Zurich, final approach on 125.33.
Only 13, 14 knots right now. It is pretty much a headwind though, unfortunately, but it's still not that bad. Better than like 100.
Zurich, final approach 125.330. Advise you can fix Mike.
What is the call sign? FedEx 80. So just now seen that. Hopefully you're still in here. So it's actually, I was asking about it earlier if anybody could figure it out, because it's not a typical call sign. It's from a movie, a pretty famous movie. That's all I'll say. And it's FedEx 88 actually.
United 452 Heavy, contact Indianapolis Center on 128.3. FedEx 88, Jacksonville Center, descend and maintain flight level 280.
Descend and maintain flight level 280 for FedEx 88.
Altitude.
FedEx 88, descend and maintain flight level 190.
Descend and maintain flight level 190, FedEx 88.
Easy 575, London Control, expect the ILS runway 27 approach into skip hold via the Red
Control.
F1 Alpha arrival.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're a little ways away from London. A few hours, just a few.
Outgoing _attention. Information. Response. Hey, everyday aviator. Did you know that the MD-11 you're flying has a pretty advanced autopilot system? It's capable of handling complex RNAV and RNP approaches with ease. Just make sure you're familiar with the FMS inputs for those approaches.
Skyhawk 165,
If you need
contact
any
with
tips
TC
on
radar
that,
on
just let me know.
118.75.
Yeah, the little assistant there is pretty neat.
Decimal 75, so Skyhawk 165.
Hotel X-ray, contact the Greb radar on 125.225. Vision 2, Delta Whiskey, contact Canaries Control on 128.975.
Descends via the Delta 4 arrival for ILS runway 26 left. Altimeter 29902, Vision Jet 8 Tango Bravo.
Never did change my flight level.
London Wing 7, flight level 210, Caribbean 3 Charlie.
I acknowledged it, but I never changed it, but I caught that before. Salty Aviation, hello, welcome. Passing through flight level 2280 now. Shouldn't be too long. They'll probably actually give me even lower altitude to descend to here shortly.
Vision Jet 8, Tango Bravo, contact Kansas City Center on 127.475.
Kansas City Center, Vision Jet 228 Tango Bravo, flight passing flight level 215 for 6,000.
At least it should be pretty good weather for up here at Myrtle Beach.
Lateral Center, United 321, climbing through 11,400 feet to flight level 240.
United 321, Seattle Center, climb and maintain flight level 300.
Looking pretty good still.
But it's a 5 Juliet.
Just a couple minutes out from reaching our new flight level 190. Let's go ahead and set up our auto brake. We'll do it on medium.
Golf Papa, expect the ILS runway 3 left approach into Gran Canaria via the Turt 8 Zulu arrival.
And a minute and a half away from our flight level now.
Charlie, expect the RNAV runway 7 approach into Jose C. Aponte de la Torre. Heavy 987, departure on 120.725.
Okay, I'm expecting a new flight level here any second.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, United, to your arrival. American 452.
Easy 23 Hotel X-ray, contact the Greb radar on 122.575.
Emirates 118 Heavy. Contact Brisbane Centre on 128.6.
We are definitely getting close.
Altitude.
FedEx 88, descend and maintain 10,000, altimeter 29.902.
Descend and maintain 10,000. FedEx 88.
Altitude.
And we're getting ready to come back on regular barometric pressure here.
Hey, everyday aviator. Did you know that managing aircraft weight and balance effectively can significantly improve fuel efficiency and performance? For instance, proper loading can reduce drag and improve climb rates. Just a little tip from an old timer like me.
Heavy 987, 4,000 feet. Affirmative, Central to 2x4 arrival.
Vision 2, Delta Whiskey, Canaries Control, cleared for the 38 Zulu arrival into Gran Canaria. Descend and maintain flight level 100. Vision Jet 228 Tango Bravo, Kansas City Center. Contact St. Louis approach on 126.5.
Hotel X-ray, there any turbulence? Report at 6 AST OM.
FedEx 88, contact Jacksonville Center on 135.05.
135.05 for FedEx 88. Jacksonville Center, FedEx 88, flight level, correction, 1,300 feet, correction again, 1,500. I can't talk, oh my goodness. Hopefully it'll get what I was saying. Oh, wasn't even on the right frequency anyway. I didn't go over enough. There we go, let's try that again. Jacksonville Center, FedEx 88 with you. 14,500 feet for 10,000. Better.
FedEx 88, Jacksonville Center. Good afternoon, Andrews, altimeter 29.902.
Hello, this is 2 Whiskey, descending flight level 100.
Been following the coastline pretty much the whole way. Which I'm glad. I didn't want to go out way over the ocean. Those can be boring. Where it's nothing but ocean.
FedEx 88, Jacksonville Center, descend and maintain 5,000, turn left, heading 025 vectors for the ILS runway 18 approach.
Looking 5, mark there, Louisa, 660.
Descend and maintain 5,000, turn left, heading 025 vectors for ILS runway 18, FedEx 88. Alright.
FedEx 88, contact Myrtle Beach approach on 119.2.
Myrtle Beach approach 119.2 for FedEx 88. Why is it? There we go.
Easy 51 Uniform Hotel. Climb and maintain flight level 380.
119.2.
Kilo, clear to Echo Victor Romeo Alpha, direct RA 400, then as filed. Squawk 6125.
Myrtle Beach approach FedEx 88. Inbound ILS runway 18.
FedEx 88, Myrtle Beach approach. Good afternoon, Andrews, altimeter 29.902.
Let's see if the intentions will
Myrtle
work.
Beach approach. Proceed direct UX depth. Descend and maintain 2,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 18 approach.
Proceed to updip, maintain, descend and maintain 2,000 until established on localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 18 approach FedEx 88. Alright, direct to there. Descend and maintain
Vision Jet 8, Tango Bravo, go ahead.
2,000.
One 118.3, Skyhawk 165. Current heading 315 225, descend and maintain 2,500 till established, cleared for ILS runway 26 left. Vision jet 8 Tango Bravo.
Edinburgh departure, easy 144, flight level 2,700.
Approach, full air, 56 safety low on approach runway 18.
Thai 254, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Clear direct to DO81 Echo, climb and maintain flight level 200, easy 144.
Not too far out from the next waypoint. Only 16 nautical miles. Passing through flight 5,000 feet.
KLM 224, contact Dutch Mill on 128.355.
And like I said, we're still on ILS runway 18, so I've already got that programmed in, so we will be using the approach land feature. I'll activate that once we start to get ready to get lined up for the runway. As we can see, runways there. Should be able to see the airport. I think it's it right there. It's kind of behind the post. It's either that or that right there. No, I think that's actually it.
120. We're just headed out to sea here, requesting further instructions.
Departure, please acknowledge respect.
Sounds like somebody's having a little bit of an issue with the intentions.
Emirates 118 Heavy, 8 miles from Renam. Maintain heading 155 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 16 left approach.
So far, I've been pretty lucky.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet, Bonanza 52 Juliet.
Going to get one notch of flaps out. I'm actually going to go ahead and go down to 15 or 10.
QNH 6904.
Landing gear, we're extending.
Clear to Oakland via the Kitty 5 departure, climb and maintain flight level 170, expect flight level 340, 10 minutes after departure.
And leveling out at 2,000 feet, as instructed.
5431 Southwest 305.
Air on 133.95, Emirates 118 Heavy.
I'm going to get slowed down pretty good because I got to make a hard right turn up here.
Climb and maintain flight level 340.
Proceed direct tipper, descend and maintain.
And flaps are about to be fully extended at 50.
Cleared for the ILS for runway 27 approach. Stop below 220 knots until established. Easy 575.
Stabilizer moving.
EF-166, common on mic. 7 minutes another with all common on mic.
Thai 254, contact Bangkok Control on 120.5.
KLM 224, contact Brussels Control on 125.0.
Autopilot.
What is it saying autopilot for?
Autopilot. Autopilot.
How did that get turned off?
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Switching to 126.9C, easy 144, bye-bye.
I don't know what happened right there.
Stabilizer motion.
Went outside just for a second, my autopilot cuts off. Alright, we're getting ready to make that hard right turn towards the airfield. And then we will...
6,500.
Kodiak November 965 Papa Tango, Myrtle Beach approach, roger.
And then somebody else coming into the old Myrtle Beach. And then we're about to hit our auto land function, or approach land button.
Myrtle Beach approach, Southwest 4099. Descending through 3,900 for waypoint Chaka for RNAV approach and runway 36.
My autopilot there was, had to reset my thrust because it was wanting to shoot back up.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Why does it keep turning off? We got landing armed. I should grab the localizer.
Stabilizer motion.
Is it wanting to...
FedEx 88, contact Myrtle Beach Tower on 128.45.
128.45, FedEx 88. What the world? Myrtle Beach approach, FedEx 88 inbound ILS runway 18. And my autopilot did not capture.
Autopilot. Autopilot. Autopilot.
The glide slope. It did last time, but it apparently did not want to this time. It'd help if I switched channels, frequencies, wouldn't it? There we go. Goodness, it wouldn't let me switch. Myrtle Beach, FedEx 88 with you, inbound ILS runway 18. Technically, I'm visual now. I don't know why I didn't capture it like it did last time, which then again, the autopilot was just acting really weird. It kept wanting to disconnect itself for some reason. Test flight I done this morning from Orlando to Miami, it worked just fine.
FedEx 88, Myrtle Beach Tower, wind 0908 at 7, runway 18 cleared to land.
Runway 18 cleared to land, FedEx 88.
Runway 33, ready for departure 307.
1,000.
Oh, now it captures the localizer and glide slope.
Exit Tango 5, contact ground 121.7, Emirates 11118, heavy.
I'm gonna let it do it now, since it's got it.
Runway 307.
Vision Jet 8, Tango Bravo, welcome to Spirit. Exit at Alpha 6 if able. Contact ground on 121.7.
121.7, Vision Jet 8, Tango Bravo.
500.
Alright.
400.
Glide slope.
Approaching
Glide
minimum.
slope.
Yeah, glide slope's a little off. There it goes. It's got it.
Diamond 124 Papa Tango, IFR to Oman Beach. We have India ready to copy.
Diamond 124 Papa Tango, Page Tower, cleared to Ormond Beach. Radar vectors. Rogan, Venice filed. Climb and maintain 9,000. Expect 9,000 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 126.8, squawk 2722.
Alright. Full reverse thrusters, speed brakes are out. Alright, that pretty much got us slow enough.
FedEx 88, Myrtle Beach Tower, welcome to Myrtle Beach. Exit at Bravo 1 if you can. Then, contact ground on 120.3, thanks.
120.3 for FedEx 88.
Ormond Beach via radar vectors, Rogan, then as filed, current maintain 9,000, expect 9,000 after 10, March frequency 126.8, squawk 2722.
Alright, sweet. Couple little issues, nothing major. Retracting flaps, speed brakes already retracted. Now I'm clear of the hold short, so let's stop for a second. And let's contact ground. Myrtle Beach ground, FedEx 88.
FedEx 88, Myrtle Beach ground, go ahead.
Request taxiing to cargo parking, FedEx 88.
FedEx 88, taxi to cargo parking via Bravo 2, Bravo.
Full air.
Bravo 2, Bravo for FedEx 88. Don't really know if the taxiways are accurate here, so I'm just gonna go over here and park. And we will get it shut down.
Taxi to runway 34 via Delta Hotel Bravo 2, Alpha Echo and Echo 8, Sport 3038 heavy.
I'm not sure why there's taxi lights all the way over here.
Request taxi to the runway.
Avialink 193, taxi to runway 17 at your discretion. Contact tower on 118.9er when ready for departure.
Alright, there's that. Let's get the APU running.
Taxi to runway 17 at our discretion. Tower on 118.9 when ready for departure. Avialink 1903.
Turn off our beacon.
On 119.7. Sierra 3 Romeo. Bye bye.
APU should be about done. Turn emergency power back off. We can turn our nav lights off. APU is now on.
Now, Health 92 Hotel, General Aviation parking, ready for taxi.
Engines off. APU off. And battery off. And that is our flight with the MD-88. So that was pretty good. That was fun. A couple hiccups along the way. I learned a couple things. It was a pleasant flight though overall, and thanks everybody for joining that did. I'll have an official review video tutorial up in the coming days. I'm just going to give myself a little bit more time to get used to it and learn some stuff.
Skyhawk 92 Hotel Taxi to
But
General.
overall, thanks for joining me.
Bravo,
I hope
cross
you
runway 18.
enjoyed the flight and the new MD-11. If you hadn't thought about getting it yet, do think about it. If you're on the fence and like airliners, I do recommend it. It is a smooth, very well optimized, good looking, good sounding aircraft. But as always, thank you for joining me, and